All right, good evening. It is August 29th, 2023. Let's get into the markets. We'll do the recap and look at some trades today. Another fantastic day in the accounts. Let's get into the quick market review. And we won't spend a lot of time this evening, but the markets had a fantastic up day. So SPY up 1.5% nearly at 6.4 up, and that really broke through here. If you're looking at the daily charts, smashing through this previous support resistance flip level and blew through that, blew above the 21 EMA today, breaking out of this downtrend, which is pretty much toast. So we'll remove that off the screen, and we'll really focus on where this thing can go. If we're looking at the weekly, we got this pretty good uptrending channel that we've been bottom, top, middle, and just using this 21 EMA to bounce off of multiple times. And we bounced off it again 3 weeks ago and have not looked back. So pretty bullish looking action on SPY. Not only the RSI climbing on the weekly, you're bouncing off the 21 on the weekly. On the daily, MACD had reversed, as I called out, 6-7 days ago. It's been heading nothing but higher, along with RSI. Broke through today, got a MACD crossover, and bullish PSAR signals. All your MAs are stacked. The 21 above the 50, above the 200, above the trend line, and you're in a squeeze technically here. So let's see what happens with the Bollinger Bands if we start to open up as we get up here, or do we bounce off of this upper level? Right now, you've got the makings of a nice bounce. On the weekly, it's just another higher low, higher high situation. Uptrend still unbroken on the weekly, so really nothing to be alarmed at or worried about. On the daily, we did have a series of lower high, lower low, and now you've got a higher high and potentially a higher low here, even though it's a one-day low on it. But we'll see what happens as you get into this. But, is this the make of a new trend? We'll see, but very bullish action on the SPY. We look at the Qs, pretty much the same thing. We're in that channel, moving higher and higher and higher. In fact, you can probably even bring this thing down a little further here. And you're in that uptrend channel, broke through this previous support resistance flip zone here. So no longer is it resistance, although we'll have to wait another day or two to see if we get any follow through. But nice bounce here off of this previous support. You broke back above the 21 and the 50. MACD, RSI look good, so strong Qs. IWM had a good day as well today, so that came all the way up here to its 21 and 50 on the daily, and we've got a 2-day PSAR bullish flip here. So we're positive. MACD rising, RSI rising, IWM looking decent here as it joins the S&P rally here. Still in the middle of this zone. Still like it in here. We'll see for a strangle. In fact, we put one on today on RTY on the futures. We'll see, because you've still got the weekly heading down on MACD and RSI kind of undecided, and the MAC and the daily heading up. So there's two forces at work, and you're trading inside this zone. We'll see if that continues to be the case. VIX dropped today to 1445, as we've been talking about. I've told you the VIX momentum ran out back here on the 18th, and it hasn't looked back since then. So VIX heading to new lows. If you're considering getting long some volatility here, not a bad spot, as VIX is heading back down to its lows in the 12 to 13 range. I would think if some cheap hedges on VIX are available to you, should you desire that. If we look at the US dollar, a nice down day today to get this week moving down. So we had some weakness yesterday and more weakness today. Even though it tried to rally up, just finished off its lows, gap down on the day. So US dollar down, and then TLT moving higher. So TLT still trying to keep that momentum going. The daily momentum is pretty solid. Even the weekly looks pretty good on RSI and MACD. The question is, can you break this downtrend around 99? We'll see what happens. And then we had up days today in the Aussie dollar. We had up days in the British pound, and we had up days in the euro, which was fantastic for all of our positions. We're in good shape, liking our positions on those. In fact, we also put on a 6A112 yesterday. So I like the fact that we got the 112 at a low. We'll see if it continues here, but we did put a 112 on here. If we fall down into the trap, perfect. If we go higher, we have no risk to the upside. So good day yesterday to put on that trade in the market. And then today we did put a strangle on RTY in here. So we got a strangle on RTY. And if we take a look quickly at the sectors today, everything green, all sectors go. Best performing sectors on the day. Number one was the XLY, your Amazon and Teslas, which performed very well. Tesla having a huge day here. I'll just skip right to it. Tesla with a massive up day here, running over 7.7%, almost 8% up day, all the way back to the 50 EMA, or I'm sorry, the 50 retracement of the main down move that we have. So I think we can kind of take that off the screen because the 618 is where we topped out. So now the question is, do we continue lower after here? We will have to now take out that high around 300 for Tesla to move higher. So, or to start a new trend higher, I should say, not move higher. All right, so the XLK up 2%. So tech stocks up 2%. Your Apples, your Microsofts having a great day. XLC, your Meta, and your Google's up solidly today. So those are strong. Good watching those. And then XLE, energy up. Financials was up decently today. So financials actually had a good up day all the way back to this downtrend line. If financials and energy are helping, and financials with a big move today, and you also had the XLBs. So with XLB here, as you look at the materials ETF, solid move there, and even real estate, the real estate sector up decently today. So all sectors green. I don't think I really need to get into a whole lot of charts on anything. You've got Apple up 2%, Meta up 2.6%, Google up 2.7%, Nvidia up another 4%, Tesla up almost 8% today, Amazon the weakest and up 1.33%. So good up day overall. Everything heading higher. Fantastic for our accounts. And we'll take a look at what we did today. Had some good things happen in the account. So let's switch gears and we'll jump out of the recap and we'll jump into our account. So let's take a quick look at where we are on the trade account today. So August 29th, Delta dropping to 270.09%. We are almost flat Delta neutral, which is perfect. We have a few hedges on, but also just the move higher is going to reduce that delta as stocks move higher. They're going to give you some negative or some more negative delta in the accounts, which is perfect for us. Theta 710, good theta 0.24. We'd like to get it moving a little higher today, but we took more trades off today than we could put on. And I'll talk about this. It's a little bit of a struggle right now because trades are coming off too fast and we're actually making too much money, but we can't keep putting strangles on every day because they're going to have the exact same strikes and expirations, increasing our risk too much. So unfortunately, for putting on new trades, we're a little limited. Fortunately, for making money, we're closing trades. So it's a fantastic opportunity. Net lick jumped up to 296, another all-time high in the account. So we are rocking and rolling in the account. 296. We are on the cusp of turning this account, which we started at $30,000 just a few years back, to $300,000. That is a massive return on this account. So $30,000 to $300,000 in 3 years, a little over 3 years. So fantastic. We started late 2020, and we're almost 4 years now. Not quite. BP usage dropped today. We had trades come off. We couldn't get enough trades back on. 160,000 puts us at 54%. And again, remember, we got to subtract this out. In fact, we got to change this number. Oh, it is correct. So 10% of that is in bill. So really, we're at 44%. We're well under our 50% buying power. And we cranked out another $2,630 in realized gains today. In the last 2 days alone, $6,600, almost $6,700 in revenue in the last 2 days. And if you go back to last Friday, we have had a giant 3 days in a row. All right, so that puts us at 13,521 for the month in realized gains, and we only had one 112 trade come off this month because we had 3 last month. So we kind of put the extra money into last month because one closed earlier last month at 95% on the naked puts. We did have only one hit that so far, but there's still a couple days left. Who knows what could happen? But right now we're sitting at one of our biggest up months on the year. We are up almost 5% on the month. That'd be 60% annualized. I'm not going to go there with it like some other YouTubers might be doing. You can't extrapolate 1 month into a year. However, 4.7% is pretty damn good. So we'll take that 13,000. Our goal is 3% on the month, and we're trying to make a little over $8,000. We've already made 13 on the month. So good month. And then overall, the net lick has also jumped up around $10,000, overall 3% up on the month. So let's take a look at the couple trades that we got into today. So we have 3 trades that came off today. So let's take a look at these individually. The first one is an ES Strangle. So we had one of our ES Strangles come off, 50% winner, 15% return on capital in 34 days. Go ahead and extrapolate that out. And if I was anybody else on YouTube, I'd probably be multiplying 15% times, 12 months or some crazy thing. But I'm not going to do that. But you get the point of what your return on capital is annualized. And then we also had two gold strangles come off. Both of them for 50% winners, so they came off automatically at the 50% win rate. 760 on one, 820 on another one. One of them in 27 days, another one in 34 days. So again, we're averaging about 30 days in trade on these strangles, making 50% premium capture, and we're averaging in the neighborhood of 12 to 13% return on capital every 30 days on these strangles. So fantastic. We've got that exactly where we want it. And if we look at these long-term 112s, we are taking the naked puts off around 90 days into the trade, sometimes a little less. I think if we go out, I don't know if we can find any others. Yeah, that's right. We didn't have any others this month, but we had a fantastic month overall, too, from a win rate standpoint. Taking a look, we've won 42 trades this month and lost just 12, 78% win rate, over $13,000 on the month. So having a fantastic month so far and a big string of winners recently. I mean, look at this last couple days or so. That's a pretty good $7,000 in a week trade. So there's where we are. We put some new trades on. But overall, 13,521 for the month in realized gains, 4.7%. Stick that market. All right, you guys have a great evening. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please share this video, with anyone that you know that may be helped by this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click on the notifications button. We'll see you guys in the next trading session. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.